Why I think you should never discount your services. Hey everybody, I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Sales Podcast. Today I want to talk a little bit about discounting your services and why I think you should absolutely never do it in the sales environment. Yes, if you mess up and you didn't do what you said you were going to do and the product didn't turn out well, sometimes it is appropriate to discount the final invoice, but I think you should never use it as a sales tactic, and here's why. Ultimately, as a consumer, I have certain expectations of somebody. When I hire that person for a service, I have now equated a value to the service to a price I paid for it. Once somebody has accepted a lower rate for that service, it's very difficult to get them back up and charge them more for the same fee later. You see this a lot around the holidays, specifically Black Friday. I'm really big on doing a value add to your existing service than discounting your service for the holidays. And what that looks like is, let's just say you do remodeling, right? You're gonna offer a free upgrade to the refrigerator or a free TV with any kitchen remodel or something like that, where you're still charging the same amount, but they're getting a higher value, as opposed to, hey, 20% off windows for this weekend. If you do that, here's what ends up happening. It's likely you do that regularly, maybe every holiday. And what happens is your consumers get trained to wait for the next deal. I've seen this happen a lot in a lot of different services. I've seen it in furniture, I've seen it in TVs, I've seen it in vehicles, you see it in the cars all the time. Like, why would you pay full price for a car if you know there's a holiday coming up that's likely gonna have some sort of an offer? Same thing for your business. If you train your audience, train your clients that, hey, I offer discounts all year long, you're gonna have massive swings in your pipeline and cash flow, because you're gonna feel like you have to give a deal, and once you get into that cycle, it's impossible to get out of it, because why would anybody pay full price if they know you regularly have a deal? But the other side of it is confidence in what you offer. When you discount something, you immediately show that you have less confidence in what you're offering. Because you're saying, hey, I thought it was worth this, but if you're saying you're willing to pay 15% less, I guess I could do that. Well, now the homeowner, your client, your audience, your market, whoever it is, now believes that, well, maybe if you're willing to do it for that, then why would you ever charge the higher fee? Or maybe you're not as confident as you are, as opposed to a client asking for discount. No, sir, I apologize, but we don't discount our services because we truly believe in the value that we bring and the experience that you're gonna have. We put a lot of effort into that. It costs the amount to accomplish that we're charging you. Now you seem confident. Now somebody pushes it back, because look, clients have been taught over the years to ask for a deal, ask for a discount. You know, you never hear a neighbor talking to you about how they overpaid for something or how they spent the most of anybody else on that new car. Like, they come to brag about the deal they got. So now everybody thinks that the only way to win is to get a deal. I think the only way to win is to get a great experience and actually get what you wanted out of a service or a provider or a product. So people are trained to ask for a discount. They're going to ask. That doesn't mean you have to give it to win the deal. There's no downside, there's no risk to the homeowner to ask for a discount. There's a risk to you to give it. Because here's what happens when you do. You are now nickel-and-diming yourself. You likely weren't charging enough to begin with, and now you're offering a discount, which means you have to nickel and dime the client. You can't give value throughout the experience because there's no money left to do that. That little thing, that little upgrade, that little change they wanted to make, you now have to charge them for every little thing because there's no money left to be profitable. Again, that's not a great client experience. So anytime that you're looking at, okay, how do we improve sales? How do we get more interest? Understand your numbers. I've talked about this a lot. I'm not gonna dive into it on this video. Understand your numbers so you're confident in what your pricing is, so that you can hold yourself and your sales team and your clients accountable to that price. But then it is okay to add things to the offer to create more value at the existing price. Throw in a service, throw in a piece of equipment, throw in an appliance, throw in a TV, upgrade to speakers, upgrade to surround sound, upgrade countertops, better sinks, better appliance, whatever it is. Add something to the existing price. Don't discount to get the deal. Bottom line is, people hire people based on value, not price. So appear to be the most valuable based on what you're offering, and people will spend more on you, your product or service. Don't get in the habit of giving discounts. It is absolutely a slippery slope that can be impossible to get out of, but ultimately you're devaluing yourself. And you know you shouldn't, but sometimes you feel like you have to because your pipeline's not where you want it. Your guys, you're not sure what you're doing next week, all that kind of stuff. So do the right activity to make sure that doesn't happen, because sometimes the best deal is to say, hey, I need work next week for my guys, where you want to do it for 10% less. You don't want to get in that habit. But that's also not a projected, marketed discount. So in this fourth quarter, in this holiday season in 2020, prepare something for Black Friday. Prepare something for the holidays that says, hey, this holiday season we're offering our basic normal service for the same price with a little bit added on, a little bit plugged in, a little bit of an added service that's easy for you to include, that doesn't cost you a lot of money. Try that this year. Don't discount your services this year. If you're used to doing that, I highly, highly suggest you don't, because it just sets the wrong tone, it sets the wrong expectations, and honestly, it just costs you money. You might close more deals and get more revenue, but it's not gonna be profitable, and you're severely gonna struggle because of that for the long term, growing your business, but also staying sustainable. If you're not making money, top line is one thing. Bottom line is really what's important. If you do $1 million a year and it costs you $1.1 million to do it, you're not making a lot of money. You're actually losing money. But if you do $500,000 a year and it costs you $350 to do it, you're doing 150 grand in net revenue. Very important. So keep your numbers where they are, be confident in why they're there, and hold yourself, your team, and your clients accountable to it. But especially this holiday season, try something different. If you're used to giving a discount, try keeping your pricing where it is normally and add a little something to it to make it more valuable so that you can win fast and win often.